Hello friends in District 4, this is Commissioner Ryan Baty, and I'd like to share with you a few updates we are working on here at Sedgwick County. This time of year, we are finalizing our legislative platform. This is a list of issues and needs that we have on the local level that we're going to present to the state and ask them to support us in new laws and statutes to really serve the citizens here in Sedgwick County. As a reminder, counties are a bit different than the city forms of government. A county is a political subdivision of the state, and we perform over a dozen services on behalf of the state to our local citizens. Think elections department, appraiser, and tag offices. These are just a few of several examples of departments and services that we work with the state and fund them alongside the state so they can perform services on the local level. With that much overlap, we work close with our state legislators and always try to make them aware of ways we can improve and maintain the highest levels of service to our mutual constituents. As you can imagine, the highest priorities on this year's platform are going to be things like the tag office and reforms that we suggest there, as well as corrections funding. But there are several other things that will make up our entire legislative platform, and I want to share just a few things to give you a taste. One of the things that we're talking about is the Appraiser's office and the statutes that govern their operations. One specific item we are asking the state to address is the length of time it takes for the Board of Tax Appeals to actually make determinations in property tax appeals. I have some constituents that have waited upwards of 3 years, and that's simply not acceptable. So we're asking for the state to actually mandate 1 year for BOTA to be able to make those determinations on behalf of our citizens' appeals. Another legislative platform issue deals with sales tax funding and how it's proportionally divided here in Sedgwick County. Currently, the county has a 1% sales tax that is split between the county and our 20 cities based on a distribution formula. This formula takes into account population and property tax levied by the local jurisdiction. The challenge with the existing formula is that there is an unintentional consequence where if the county or the city actually lowers its mill levy rate for property taxes, it triggers a reduction in the proportion of sales tax revenue that we receive. That just seems counterproductive. In short, we should not be punished with sales tax revenues diminishing for simply lowering our property tax dependence. So we're asking for the state to help explore this issue and come up with a new funding formula. Yet another example of something we have on our legislative platform actually deals with the foster care system and crossover youth that are in the system that also are juvenile offenders. Right now, our judicial system is forced to put many of these kids into our foster care system, and really, for lack of a better term, it's overwhelming the system. So we are asking for some intermediate steps to be put in place so that our juvenile offenders can have a more unique and separate level of care than the children that are in need of removal due to something like parental neglect or endangerment. These are two separate categories of kids, and we need to make sure that our approaches are different, unique, and resourced appropriately. All of these things and so much more we are working on with the state so that when they go into session in January of 2026, they fully understand the things that we would like them to address alongside us in the legislative session. There's a lot going on here in Sedgwick County, and I'd love to have your feedback. If you have any questions, please just give us a call here at the office or shoot me an email. As always, thank you, District 4.